What is up, folks? This is Shady Tech, and today I'm going to do battery drain test of two phones, which is a POCO X3 NFC Pro versions and a Samsung M22 of 2021. The first game I'm gonna test is Ragnarok, and for about 1 hour. Halfway through the marks of 30 minutes, you can see that POCO X3 dropped about 7% and is now at 93%, whereas M22 still have 95%, just dropped about 5% of 30 minutes. And then after about 1 hour of playing Ragnarok, POCO X3 dropped another 7%-ish, and it stands at about 86% now, whereas Samsung M22 with 5000 mAh battery still have 88%. It's kind of interesting because POCO X3 is running on 120Hz and M22 is running at 90Hz. And then the next apps I'm testing is Instagram for about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes of Instagram doesn't drop much, because POCO X3 just dropped about 4% and it's at 82% now, and M22 is at 85%, just about 3%. Then moving on to the next game, which is a PUBG. And for the first 30 minutes of PUBG, POCO X3 dropped just about 5% and is at 77% now, and M22 dropped also 5% and it stands at 80% now. So you can see that PUBG is a little bit more optimized in terms of battery drainage. And after an hour of PUBG, POCO X3 dropped to 71% and M22 dropped to 74%. It's still relatively really close to each other at this point. And then moving on to playing some video on TikTok for about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes of TikTok, POCO X3 still have about 65% and M22 still have 70%. And both of them have a difference of just 5% each, but it's gonna be more interesting after this onwards. The next game I'm testing is Call of Duty, and for Call of Duty I'm going to do just about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes of playing Call of Duty, POCO X3 dropped quite a bit at about 7%, and still have 58% now, and Samsung M22 still have 63%. Both of them drop about the same at 7% for 30 minutes of playing Call of Duty. And then moving on to playing some video on YouTube for another 30 minutes. POCO X3 dropped a little bit more when playing video and dropped about 5% and is standing at 53% now, whereas M22 just dropped just 2% after 30 minutes of the YouTube video and it still has 61% now. And both of them have about 8% of a difference. And I'm moving on to recording video at 1080p at 30 fps for about 30 minutes. Right after 30 minutes of recording video, it dropped a little bit more at about 8% because POCO X3 have just 45% and M22 still have 55%. At this point, you can see that both of them have about 10% difference. And then the last apps I'm testing is the battery drainage itself for about 30 minutes. I'm just hitting about the 50% mark. Because you can see that after the 50%, you can more or less see how much the battery can still last for the next 50% until it hits 0. Because POCO X3 after 4 hours and 15 minutes, it just has 39% of battery left, and M22 with 5000 mAh battery still have 50%, exactly 50%. And from this battery drainage test, you can see that M22 can possibly hit about 10 hours of continuous usage of a screen on time if you're playing and using the apps as I would show you now with video recording and playing games and recording with the camera all at the same time. Whereas POCO X3, you can see that it can hit about 7 to 8 hours of usage time, even though it have a 5160 milliampere, but still run on 120 Hz. Whereas M22 is running on 90 Hz with 5000 milliampere, and it's also using AMOLED screen, so you can see that the battery is more optimized with AMOLED screen instead of LCD screen. I hope this video helped you in any ways, and this should detect. Until next video to come, see you soon.